has it become impossible to start relationships in the West? I was gonna say to get laid, but I quickly caught myself. It's not impossible to get laid. You can pay for it. There are other means. There are different means, more transactional means, in which you can get laid in the West. But has it become impossible to form relationships, to meet women in a social context, to befriend them, to get close to them, and to eventually build a relationship? Has that become a non-starter? Basically impossible because the situations don't allow for it, because women are not interested by and large, because the economic situation doesn't allow for it, the social situation doesn't allow. Has it become virtually impossible? When I use the word impossible for a reason, meaning it's literally something you can't achieve. Right? I'm not saying it's become very difficult where you have to put in a lot of effort, you have to try really hard. I'm not even saying that. I'm saying literally impossible. It doesn't matter how much effort. It doesn't matter. You go out 5 times a week, you meet people, you spend some money, you upgrade your fashion, your clothes, you get a haircut, you get in shape, you go outside. None of it ultimately matters because you're being graded on a curve. You're being judged, you're being compared to folks who have attained a level that's much higher than that. No matter how presentable you are, the thought process is, oh, it's good enough, but it's not up there. It's like, oh, he looks like he's trying. He looks like he put in some effort. He got some nice shoes. I like his shoes. You know, it looks like he's trying. You know, I like his clothes. I like his haircut. He's putting in some effort, but he's not quite there. Regardless of what it is, if they're comparing you to Drake, to Leonardo DiCaprio, if that's the standard, you're never going to be able to attain that unless you become one of those guys yourself. And if you're Drake, if you're Leonardo, you don't need to be in a relationship. So those guys don't need to be in relationships. They can get pretty much whatever they want. But the average guy who's trying to do what, who's trying to, get into a relationship, start a family, they can't because they're always being upheld to that higher standard. Doesn't matter how much effort. Oh, you have $1 million? It looks like you're trying. You're not quite up there. And if the $1 million was the basis for you to get into a relationship, it's probably not a sustainable relationship. It's probably not a genuine relationship. It's probably transactional. And I'm talking about actual real relationships. Are those possible anymore? If the idea is sort of you have to become a multi-billionaire in order for you to even trigger any type of attraction, maybe it wasn't there to begin with. Okay? Maybe it wasn't possible to start with. It was a non-starter. It wasn't gonna happen. And I'm being quite honest when I use the word impossible. You talk to most guys, that is the consensus. It's not that it's hard. There was a time when people would say, it's hard, it's very difficult, it's too much work. Nowadays, they don't even say that anymore. They don't say it's too much work. They just say it's impossible. It's just like, it's impossible. It's not, oh, you have to spend more exert more energy. Guys are willing to do all that, but they keep moving the goalposts. So now it's you have to be a multi-billionaire superstar with 1 trillion followers. Is that even possible anymore? Is that even something that most people can aspire to within the social contract that we're supposed to follow? The social contract that created the basis for society. It's not possible anymore. It's over, as they would say. It is literally over. Okay. So again, I'm not trying to be pessimistic. I mean, some people will hear what I just said, and their conclusion will be, he's pessimistic, he's nihilistic. Okay, I am nihilistic for other reasons, for reasons that have nothing to do with dating. But me making these observations doesn't equate to pessimism. It equates to realism. It equates to objectivism. It's a fact. It's a fact. And I'm putting it out there. I'm asking it. I'm saying it. I'm observing it. It's up to you folks to let me know. The fact of the matter is, the game has gotten so extreme that even guys that are like top 20% are struggling. Top 20%. There was a time you wasn't a top 20%, it was game over. There was virtually no difference between a guy who's top 20% versus a guy who's top 5%. Virtually none. Guy who's top 20%, quantitatively, he could achieve just as much. Maybe he might struggle when it comes to the quality. Maybe he might not be doing 8 or 9 out of 10. But he'll get a 6 or 7 pretty easily. Pretty easily, with no competition whatsoever. But now I think it's safe to say that that is no longer the case. It's no longer the premise. It's no longer the reality of the marketplace.